Right, Kwame, thank you very much for speaking to us on Citi TV. First of all, how did Legon Cities FC as a club take the news of the suspension of the league due to the outbreak of coronavirus in Ghana?
Well, thank you very much for this opportunity. With all that was happening all over the world, we knew it was only a matter of time before the Ghana footballers at some point took a decision on this. When they were going to do it, we're not too sure, but we're bracing ourselves for the worst case scenario. So when the announcement had come from His Excellency President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo late last night, I think just about 2 or 3 minutes later, I saw a release from the office of the Ghana Football Association. And for me, all lives matter. For me, all lives are important. And for the club as well, we would rather have a single life saved than looking at the commercial values that would, come to us as a club. So we went with that, and we're taking a decision or two to ensure that we as a club also try to take very good care of players and anybody working on our behalf.
You mentioned that lives need to be saved and all of that, but as a club, I'm sure there are implications in terms of finance costs. How affected is Legon Cities knowing that you will be playing football for the next 4 weeks at least?
Well, obviously, there's a commercial value to this. I mean, we're preparing for a game against Dwarfs this weekend, and then we had another game against Accra Hartsville. Quite a number of things that we're planning to do, especially for the game against Hearts. You know very well that for quite a number of our home games, we get an artiste or two. We had already started conversations in that regard. We're looking at making some money from the gate. We're looking at getting a deal or two done as far as our sponsorships are concerned as well. So along all these lines, when you have a story like this breaking out, obviously it puts everything on hold. So yes, it's already cost us a thing or two, but like I said, lives are a lot more important, so we'll have to stick with that narrative.
So what's the club doing in this period? We know that there's an official suspension of football, but what are you doing as you wait for the possible resumption of football, whenever that is?
Well, we're not doing anything different from what clubs all over the world are doing. I mean, we've spoken to our medical team. They're planning a few things in their department. For the technical team, they have designed, if you like, personal training schedules for a player or two. Quite a number of our players, because we came in from WA, quite a number of players are at the clubhouse, so it's a lot easier to manage all these guys. But 1 or 2 of these players are not at the clubhouse, so personal training schedules have been designed for them to ensure that they are at a certain peak and physical condition as and when the league will resume, because at this point we only know that this is for a 4-week period, but it could be more, it could be less, we do not know. We do not want a situation where the players may not be physically ready when the league resumes at some point. So yes, the medical and the technical team have designed programs to ensure that our players are in the best of conditions.
I'll just pick up on the last point you made about players being at the clubhouse. We do know that if you look at the dynamics of the coronavirus, we talk about spacing, distancing, people not being huddled together. What measures are you taking as a club to ensure that your players are safe and are protected from contracting the illness?
Well, we know how this virus affects people now. I'm sure all of us are pretty familiar with that. This morning, one of the things we did was to engage our players on the do's and don'ts to ensure that if for any reason any of them came into contact with people outside the jurisdiction of the club, what its implications are. So as a club, we've ensured that we've gotten a few products here and there to manage the activities at the clubhouse. We have our medical team on standby to ensure that if there is any trace or anything that would give us any cause for worry or concern, that is attended to by our medical team.
All right, just finally, we do know that the window for registration has opened, even though there's no on-field football. Are there any plans of revamping the team? I don't know if you have those answers, but are there plans of improving the team, revamping it as you wait for the resumption of football?
Well, results are a key part of our plans, and obviously the results have not gone the way we wanted. We played 15 matches in the Ghana Premier League, a possible 45 points. We've been only able to accrue about 16 of them, and obviously for management this is not good enough. So yes, we are looking at the possibility of augmenting the squad in the not too distant future. We've started conversations with a player or two two. We are done with a player or two, but in the coming days, we would officially, when the signatures are appended to these contracts, we would officially let the world know who is coming in and who is leaving the club.
Thank you.